Some people may not look super strong, but then when they lift weights, they are way stronger than you expected. That is because muscle is not the only thing that's important for your strength. There is something else.
How I'm skinny but strong.
Yeah, you're pretty skinny.
But there's actually a reason why some people are skinny but strong.
People keep asking me how I'm so strong without actually looking like I'm strong. Well, it's simple. In order to look strong, you need big muscles. And in order to get big muscles, you need to take each one close to failure very often. Building strength makes building muscle much easier. And building muscle makes building strength much easier, but they are separate qualities.
Oh, damn. Also for his legs, we didn't really see his legs here. They would have to be decently defined because they are our strong legs.
This systematic review and meta-analysis found that you gain the most amount of strength when you train with really heavy weight. Heavy meaning you literally fail in under 6 reps.
Yeah, so I achieved this by accident. I was trying to get buff, not skinny strong. What? That's pretty funny.
But muscle growth, aka hypertrophy, is a little different. The reason I look like a Dorito from the back but have some pretty small arms is because I don't train like a bodybuilder would.
He seems like the guy to really focus on proper technique, form, get better at the skill in a certain way, and flexibility, of course.
And I also think that the volume is just very low.
A strength-focused workout routine is going to hit a muscle group hard between 3 and 6 sets a week, which is what I do.
That would gain you muscle.
It really depends. Like, you have a lot of calisthenics athletes as well that are super skinny and they are insanely strong. They hold planches and everything.
But they're still ripped because they're like so low body fat. You can really see that the lats are pretty well developed and the rest not extremely.
The only muscle-specific exercise I've ever really done that with is pull-ups, which definitely train your lats, which is why they are a little bit bigger in comparison to the rest of my body.
Would you rather look insanely strong but actually be very, very weak, or be insanely strong but then look pretty weak?
The looks.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think in general life and visual, seeing yourself in the mirror every single day, I think mentally it would be better to look good.
All the other exercises I do are either flexibility related or are very, very difficult, and I can't really do them for more than a few reps.
I don't know how to put this, but it's almost impressive how not developed his chest was for his strength.
It's almost as if he's trying his best.
Yeah,
to look as weak as possible, but be as strong as possible.
And then just confuse everyone and be like, boom, I'm this insane machine.
Do me a favor and don't be that one person that bashes on one way of training or another. My way of training would probably not be best if you wanted to be a professional bodybuilder. And you don't need amazing shoulder mobility to have an amazing life. We all have different goals. What's optimal for you might not be optimal for me.
That was a great explanation.
Good explanation. He's more flexible than I will ever be. I think this guy also isn't very lucky with his genetics when it comes to his chest genetics, for example, but he's using it now as a skill.
And also I think diet plays a crucial role in this. For example, you need to have like high protein meals, eat enough, like we have in our meal plans.
And there's a lot more people like this that you probably know. For example, Bruce Lee. Insane strength and obviously his 1-inch punches.
That's crazy.
He only moves forward, not even backwards. Just like... Or his 2-finger push-ups.
For reps.
He's going so deep. I'm jealous.
Even today, his one-arm push-ups execution is still unmatched. I can do one.
You can do one.
And then I'm done for the week.
But Bruce Lee in a yellow suit, he doesn't look big. Actually, he looks kind of small, but this might have been the most powerful man on earth.
But then if you look at without shirt, he's insanely ripped.
Insanely defined muscles. It's crazy, like this V shape.
I do have to say, both of these guys are strong relative to their body weight. If you're super light, super skinny, you have less weight to move. So all the body weight skills, handstand push-ups, become way more easy.
As you can see, they are very strong with body weight exercises, and they would probably be a lot less strong with raw strength exercises like a deadlift or someone else you probably know, the janitor.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Anatoly here.
So guys like this are known for being big. Muscular, yes. That's big. And then he wears normal, oversized clothing and he drowns in them. But he still outlifts them. He is stronger than them, and this is different strength. Like, he is stronger than the big guys, and he's also really good at calisthenics, by the way. He's really strong, because this guy is not skinny. If you see him without clothing, he is big. This is him shirtless.
This is dream body of 90% of people. But his strength is just crazy, and it all has to do with just the way his muscles work together. So if you have big muscles, then you can lift more because you have more workforce. But if you practice the technique and just learn how to activate your muscles in the right way to lift that weight, you can actually be very strong with relatively little muscle.
Skinny strong, how it happens, and a technique for achieving it.
Oh.
Apparently it's become more desirable. It's become something people really want to learn.
A lot of athletes, just in general sports, actually use this method and technique.
And he's even talking about football players, for example, to jump higher, have stronger legs while not gaining the same amount of weight or get big.
Exactly, because if you build muscle, you also get heavier and then you're like slower.
Strength and power are often associated with size. Yet throughout history, athletes who are small in stature have displayed tremendous power and nearly unbelievable strength. So how are such extraordinary feats of power and strength possible without a correspondingly large physique?
Sometimes the answer is genetics. In this case, there is more.
Neuromuscular efficiency. Strength and power gains stemming from this mechanism are not due to the strength of the muscle fibers, but are instead created by the highly efficient use of the nervous system that controls those muscle fibers.
I think you can compare it to like a lamp or a light bulb. Like all lights generate heat, but the more it generates light compared to the heat, the more efficient they are. The same goes with your muscles.
On top of this, there is a far more effective synchronization of efforts between the primary muscular movers and the supplementary muscles responsible for stabilizing and assisting the body during strength production.
So he's also saying that you can get stronger by actually your body getting more efficient at using multiple muscles to help you get stronger or to lift something together for compound movements.
Neuromuscular adaptation is best created from high repetition. The more experience the nervous system has with a movement, the stronger the neural pathways which produce that movement become. Perform a small amount of repetitions at a time, almost always 5 or less, and at an intensity level that's easier for you to manage. This is then repeated at multiple intervals throughout the day.
Basically, as we always say, the more you do something, the better you will get at it.
But of course the intensity needs to be low enough so you actually learn proper form as well, because if you're tired all the time, you actually learn shitty form.
For a pull-up, you can use a lot of muscles to get your chin over the bar. But if you teach yourself in your body incorrect form, where you sort of use a little bit of momentum and only the big back muscles, your body feels like, oh, we don't need the bicep muscle during this exercise, so they will get used to not using it.
A classically utilized example of this is with pull-ups. For example, maybe 3 reps at a time, 5 days a week for the first week, then add a rep each week.
In this way, I also built my pull-ups. I wanted to do more pull-ups. I like doing pull-ups. Basically did this. We always do 30-day challenges with reps that are challenging, and we sort of tire our body out. But what if we do one where we don't tire ourselves out, but really challenge ourselves for strength?
The other school of thought is to go by more of an intuitive approach, and to do only what you feel you can do each day.
Let's say you have a pull-up bar in your room, and every time you walk near it or you walk under it, you're like, let's do a few pull-ups and challenge myself that way without really having to count or keeping track of anything. Your body will get so used to pull-ups, you will 100% get better at pull-ups. And we're back at Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times.
But it's such a good quote.
This quote literally is what he just talked about. You have to do something a lot to get good at it. This is why old school laborers, builders are lean and strong compared to beefed up gym goers. Well, yeah, in a sense where builders are moving very heavy objects the entire day, but most of the time probably not going to failure, because otherwise they would literally probably break a lot of stuff, and their bodies are just getting stronger. They're getting used to it, and then they can lift heavier stuff. Shout out to the original videos in the description below, especially the last one had insane illustrations, so make sure to drop a like there and show some love.
So if you want to get strong and actually also look strong, you probably have to eat enough.
But not as much as these guys, competitive eaters. There's an entire science to it, how they not get fat while eating so many calories. Make sure to check out that video here for more explanation. Subscribe to the link and hit that bell, and we'll see you in the next episode.